In the heart of Europe, buried beneath the rich soil of the Danube riverbanks, lies the ghost of a civilization that should not have existed, a culture so advanced, so artistically vibrant, and so enigmatic that its discovery shattered our understanding of the ancient world. They built Europe's first cities, mastered the art of melting metal, and carved strange symbols onto their pottery that might be the world's first script. They did all of this thousands of years before the great empires we know. Then they vanished. Who were the people of the Vinča culture? And what message were they trying to leave us? Join us as we dig for the secrets of old Europe. Our story begins over 7,500 years ago, in the fertile plains and river valleys of Southeast Europe. The Ice Age was a distant memory, and a great change was sweeping the continent. The nomadic life of the hunter-gatherer was giving way to a new, settled existence based on agriculture. These early farmers, part of the Star-Savok Creek culture, were the predecessors of the Vinča. They chose the most fertile river terraces, where the rich alluvial soil was perfect for their crops, and the rivers provided abundant fish and clay, laying the foundation for a population boom and a cultural explosion. Around 5700 BCE, a new, dynamic culture began to emerge from these early farming communities. Named after the site of Vinča Belobredu, just outside modern-day Belgrade in Serbia. This culture would come to dominate a vast area of the Balkans for over a millennium. This was not a change brought by invasion, but a local evolution. The Vinča phenomenon was characterized by a rapid increase in the size and complexity of settlements, a refinement in pottery and tool-making, and the development of long-distance trade networks for exotic materials like obsidian and spondylus shells. For centuries, it was believed that the first true cities in Europe were built by the Minoans and Mycenaeans. The discoveries in the Vinča heartland shattered that timeline. Here, in the Neolithic Balkans, the Vinča people built sprawling megasites, settlements so large and organized they can be considered Europe's first cities. These towns were home to thousands of people, featuring densely packed, multi-room houses, sometimes with 2 floors, all aligned along carefully planned streets. This level of urban planning implies a sophisticated social structure and a level of cooperation, on a scale previously thought impossible for Neolithic Europe. The sheer size of these megasites allowed for a new level of social complexity. Not everyone needed to be a farmer. Archaeological evidence points to specialized workshops for pottery, stone tool production, and textile weaving. This was a society with a true division of labor. Even their domestic life was complex. Many houses were deliberately and ritually burned down after a generation of use, before a new one was built on top of the old foundations. This practice, repeated over centuries, is what created the deep archaeological tells, or mounds, where these sites are found today. These sprawling, sophisticated towns were not just feats of engineering. They were vibrant centers of art and spirituality, producing some of the most enigmatic and beautiful artifacts of the ancient world. It is through these objects that we can glimpse the soul of the Vinča people, If this journey into old Europe has captured your imagination, I invite you to consider subscribing to the Dusty Codex. Your support is essential in helping us bring these forgotten histories to light. Before we explore their mysterious art, I'm curious, what aspect of the Vinča megasites, their sheer size or their organized layout, do you find more revolutionary for the Neolithic period? Let's discuss in the quiet comments section below. Perhaps the most famous legacy of the Vinča culture is their prolific creation of anthropomorphic figurines. Thousands of these small clay statues have been unearthed, representing a rich and complex artistic tradition. They are rarely depicted with naturalistic human faces. Instead, they feature large, almond-shaped eyes, minimal noses, and abstract, mask-like visages. Their purpose is still debated. Were they deities, ancestors, ritual objects, or even toys? Their haunting beauty is undeniable. Incised on the bases of figurines and pots are the most tantalizing and controversial artifacts of all, the Vinča symbols. This collection of abstract marks, from simple lines and swastikas to more complex zoomorphic signs, appears to be a standardized system used across their entire culture. Some scholars have argued that this is a system of proto-writing, a symbolic language that predates Mesopotamian cuneiform by over 1,000 years. If true, it would represent the oldest form of writing in the world. Others are more cautious, seeing it as a system of religious symbols or owner's marks. The debate remains one of archaeology's greatest mysteries. For a long time, it was believed that the age of metals began in the Near East. But the Vinča culture held another revolutionary secret. At sites like Beloved and Plotnik, archaeologists have found definitive evidence of copper smelting dating back to 5000 BCE. This wasn't just the cold hammering of native copper. This was true metallurgy, the complex process of extracting metal from ore using high heat. The Vinča people were among the first, if not the first, people in the world to master this transformative technology. This metallurgical revolution had a profound impact. Heavy, durable copper tools like axes and adzes allowed for more sophisticated woodworking and construction. The ability to create these valuable items also created new social hierarchies and long-distance trade routes for ores and finished products. The Vinča culture was not just a Neolithic farming society, it was a Chalcolithic, or Copper Age, powerhouse. They were technological pioneers, standing at the very dawn of a new era for humanity, centuries ahead of their time. Around 4500 BCE, after 1500 years of stability, innovation, and growth, the vibrant world of the Vinča culture began to unravel. Their large megasites were abandoned. Their long-distance trade networks collapsed, and their unique artistic traditions faded away. The reasons for this decline are not fully understood. It's possible their success was their undoing. The immense population and the fuel-hungry copper industry may have led to widespread deforestation and soil exhaustion, making their way of life unsustainable. Another theory points to external pressures. climate change may have disrupted their agricultural base. At the same time, new groups of people, horse-herding pastoralists from the Pontic Caspian steppe, began to migrate into the Balkans, bringing with them a different social structure and a more mobile, militaristic way of life. Faced with a combination of environmental stress and pressure from these newcomers, the complex, settled world of the Vinča may have simply been unable to adapt. Their great cities were abandoned, their legacy buried, waiting for millennia to be rediscovered, a silent testament to old Europe's most brilliant and mysterious lost civilization.